And commence.
No, they aren't.
Yo.
Hey,
Oh,
people.
hi.
What's up?
What's up, gamers?
What's up, guys? Gamers alike.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
This is the
Something's
HackCast
missing.
of number 5. We've had 4 before this. I can't believe it.
We've come
Okay,
so
so-
far.
This
Yeah, if
series
you
not dead.
It's not.
yeah. We actually continued this past the first episode. I can't believe it.
Yeah, people have
About
doubted us.
1750s.
What's it called? So yeah, we have 4 people here. You might not recognize the bottom right person because he's newer.
What?
And by newer, I mean a guest. So,
God
and you
damn.
also might not recognize the person in the bottom left if you've only seen episode 2 because he was missing because of Mario Party.
He's
But
still
anyway.
struggling for that addiction.
But anyway, what's it called? So yeah, so the person at the bottom right is called Pyro J. He exists.
Yeah. Yo.
He exists.
He's made
I've
many
done-
classics.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you do in the community and all that?
Well, I've made a few hacks, and I've done a lot of, I guess source of documentation for hacking help and stuff, and mostly Starboard Retooled is what I'm known
I
for.
see. And I know you've been involved in some comps in the past. How has your involvement with comps been, really?
I've been, how many have I been involved? I think it's just 2, maybe 3. No, it was 3. It was 3. It was Simpleflips' mystery, and then this one, and then the one before. Crossover. I
Yeah.
forgot the other one. That was
Music?
second most recent. Music, yes.
Yeah, music. Yeah, I've only made. You're better than I am. I've only made 2 compacts, and they were in the Halloween and in the Fatal Bandy comp.
Damn.
Who could forget classics such as Simpleflips Nightmare?
Was that you, Simpleflips?
Yes.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
The hack that someone dashed.
See, I think the good thing is I think I'm the only person at the NB competition to actually use parallel camera.
Oh, there's definitely a few, but too many had forget. Oh, in that competition, that's very possible.
Yeah. And in the newer competitions, all right, in this current competition, there's a few that actually use parallel cam or puppy cam or something that is different than vanilla.
It's Puppy Cam 2 for Hacker SM64, to my knowledge.
Yeah, but what's it called? And but like there were many hacks that I played, some with a lot of effort in them, that had no camera change. What's even better, they didn't change the EEPROM, so it just used vanilla save files.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you want one thing to take away from this comp, in my opinion, it's that if you ever make a compact, you should at least do the small things because it changes everything. By changes everything, I mean makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fundamental things people do miss out on frequently.
Yeah.
It does upset me in my heart.
Mostly because it's most people's first hacks, like a Simpleflips competition.
Yeah, they garner a lot of first hacks. Technically, my first hack. Well, not technically, yes, my first hack.
Also, my first actual hack. But, like, again, I really... My 2 Simpleflips compacts were from 2018, and I...
Fully, DNVic has evolved from making Simpleflips Nightmare to Super Kaiser 64.
Incredible.
I've also made Bomb Dojo, you know. And 24-hour hack.
And
1964.
Oh, hey, it seems like it's a great time to talk about how you got 1964 during the fucking...
Oh, yeah.
You know, the GeoGuessr at SRM.
It was like, what is this hack? I wonder, have I played
Coincidence,
this hack
huh?
Maybe I spent like 10 hours making the hack. or something. 12 hours or
Making
something.
everything gray is an effort.
Because I didn't use I think somebody posted in their comments asking how I did it, and I told them it was something it wasn't like a frame buffer thing. It was actually it was actually an actual changing all the textures and changing all the vertex colors and everything manually, or not manually. I used a script.
You doing that with the frame buffer would I don't know if that's something that's really possible. Frame buffer?
I don't know. Rover just put in the comments that you could probably use frame buffer, but I didn't.
Is there a reason to really?
No, then not really good to reuse frame buffer.
Yeah, anyway, not only that, but later on, what's it called? With the next something. Oh yeah, what's it called? In the next GeoGuessr, I got the only I sent a category to AgLab, and he put it in my GeoGuessr round.
Damn.
At that point, we swapped out the categories because we knew that it was if I had a whole free category to myself, that would be too bad. Oh, too overpowered. Although that one, because I knew the category I submitted, I assumed that I assumed that I knew what it was already, so I picked it first so that it wouldn't be a problem later on.
Always stack the deck when you can. You gotta go chase that cloud.
Anyway, that's a big change. We're supposed to be talking about the comp, not the GeoGuessr.
Which has been brought up many times before as well.
Anyway, I'll say it is.
The comp did make a good few appearances in GeoGuessr.
Yeah.
That comp was multiple categories to my knowledge for competition stuff.
But what's good with this? I actually enjoyed a lot of these crossover hacks. They were pretty fun for the most part.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of people did try and roll out the decomp.
Yeah, there's a lot of decomp hacks, but what's it called? Some of them were fun, some of them were. I'll go into that later whenever we talk about the specific hacks.
Yeah.
That's how they usually go. I expect comps like that because anybody can participate, so you are going to get a mixed bag for the most part.
There's always the whole time limit thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But anyway, there's what's it called with my thing.
One thing that I would like to point out about the competition was that my hack, Fazana's hack, Block Mesa 64, and the two following hacks were in the perfect order. It was like cinematic gold.
I
going
don't
from my hack signaling that I was Toad Voice to the hack where I was a Toad Voice, then to a shitpost to another shitpost hack, and then just a normal hack with the shitpost hack creator in it.
What was the normal hack? Which one was that?
It was Rosaloo's hack.
Was that the Canyon one?
I think it was
Crossover Canyon or whatever.
something like that.
Oh yeah, that's the crossover
It's from
themed.
Lost Universe 1.5, actually.
Damn.
This is something Kaiser players will get.
Oh, I guess now that we're talking about the individual hacks, I guess I could get into the amazing thing, because I've played every single comp hack, and therefore I can give an informed opinion about. Or I haven't played every single one. I didn't play the multiplayer one because I don't have a friend here.
Hoorah. We're not your friends.
Oh, anyway, what's it called? So I have a list of compact superlatives. I'm assuming you guys know what a superlative is. Basically, freaking most likely to be a billionaire or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just this is the official,
of highest degree.
This is the official, unofficial award show for Simpleflips Compacts. And don't take any of these too seriously. I spent 5 minutes making all of these, and they're all kind of memey in a way, for the most part. In a way.
Our first category is what?
So,
best what?
Best music.
Oh boy.
And I'm excluding streamed music from this because it's too easy.
Well,
there's a lot of stream music, honestly. I wouldn't know what to pick if it wasn't stream music.
Yeah. There was a lot of streamed music, but there was one hack in particular that had really good music that wasn't streamed. Crossover Canyon. I actually really enjoyed the music in that hack.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Had a port of a song. You know the overworld song in KBR2? It had
Yeah.
ported that song to like a different porting.
Wait, another
Yeah,
medium?
yeah, I do. I think I remember pointing that out in Twitch chat or something. Maybe I don't know.
And then
Imagine
there's-
about KBR.
It's the Undertale song, right?
It's another
the-
medium.
that
Yeah.
And then there's another really good song in the like starting island that was good. And then there's a few others, like in like actual train level itself, that were good. Like the Phoenix Wright song. I just really like the music in that hack. At least for all the, I mean, I would say that some of the other hacks had better music, but also they were streamed, and that's cheating.
Yeah, it pretty much is cheating, honestly. When it comes to best music, like as much as it like it is like is a cool thing that decomp people can do. It's just one of those things that's just like taking a little bit of the fun out of it.
Yeah, I kind of agree in a way. So next we're gonna do best visuals
Mario and Crash Bandicoot.
on 64.
Oh, it says it's part of the crossover.
There's a Crash Bandicoot hack, yeah.
Yeah.
That one that was a pretty that hack was made by a newer creator.
That was made by-
it was fine. I wouldn't call it the best one.
Yeah, no, what's it called? Actually, that guy was in my what's it called chat whenever I was making 24-hour hack. That's why I recognized his name. Because he gave me some suggestions.
In terms of best looking hack, it's kind of hard. Many went for different things, different types of things.
I just like the visual style of On and On 64 because it's like
Yeah,
all like,
that's a big one.
Yeah, that's like my thing. Even if it like might not be like the most advanced, it's probably the most unique, and in that regard, it's kind of the best in that regard.
Yeah,
Although I hated
it would win the most unique award.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I hated the ending of that hack, the DLJ.
It was funny.
It was funny, but I hated it because my fingers got tired after trying it for 10 times. Eventually, I figured it out, but it was so annoying.
I don't know if Alarix has updated that hack yet, but I do wish to see what it was, because I think Alarix was going to implement the orthogonal camera into it. If you don't know what orthogonal
Oh
is,
yeah, I know what orthogonal is. Yeah, it definitely was a perspective camera, but it was a stationary camera.
Yeah, orthogonal means there's
I know
no
what orthogonal.
perspective.
Yeah, basically it means that things that are farther away don't exactly mean that they're smaller in a weird way.
Yeah, they're the same size no matter what, essentially.
Basically, if you've ever seen like a bunch of like old PC games or like where they try to imitate 3D, like what's it called, Roller Coaster Tycoon. That's a perfect example.
Oh,
of
boy.
That's orthogonal camera.
Yeah, that would count as that.
Because they didn't actually have like 3D chips, so that's the only way to like imitate a 3D look with a 2D game. Really?
N64 as a whole usually done that as well.
What?
I said N64 games as a whole did that.
No, not N64.
I can't think of any N64 games that used orthogonal cameras in situations.
Oh no, not the camera. I just mean like use 2D to make it look 3D. I mean, like
Oh,
that.
orthogonal is way different from that.
Yeah.
If you like play if you were to play something in orthogonal versus not, you would absolutely see a difference.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the best visuals on and on 64. Now we're gonna go on to the shortest hack.
Oh boy.
That's actually a hard one.
Oh no, it isn't. It isn't a hard one at all.
Is it
was
mine?
very easy. Mario crosses over the bridge.
Oh, right.
How long is that?
It was. I timed it
Yeah,
53
really
seconds
just
long.
cross a bridge and that's it.
No, it's literally like 53 seconds long.
I'm a little upset with how many hacks used the idea of crossing over a bridge or whatever.
Yeah. I like crossing the bridge 64 in that regard, just because it's misleading, because you think it's about crossing a bridge, but then you actually play it and it's a crossover of all the other competitions.
Oh yeah, that
Like
was
that-
good.
Yeah, but
I
the
like that
stars
one.
you go like
Kinda did
create a
well with that one.
bridge. That's the thing.
Yeah. So here's my pick. So here's the next one. The most disappointing. And this one might be a surprise to most of you.
What did you pick?
Is it Peach's Fury?
No. Not Peach's Fury. It is Pac Mario. Although
I
yeah,
had a lot
I'll
of
talk-
people who said that they liked that one, but I
Yeah.
can see why it was a little bit disappointing in terms of Were you expecting like Pac-Man World 2?
No. I'm just going to read out my comments on RobMacking.com.
That definitely would have been my pick if it was like Pac-Man World 2, that's for sure.
So I'm just gonna read out word for word. Because I think me explaining how much I dislike the hack right after I played it is much better than me saying how much I dislike the hack now. I don't like this hack. It doesn't feel like an SM64 hack. It feels like a Pac-Man clone with Mario assets slapped onto it. If this did not have the SM64 assets, I would not know if this was an SM64 hack or not. The ghosts have basically
Makes
no
sense.
AI. It feels like they're walking around at random. As a consequence, the ghosts generally aren't really that difficult to avoid if you know what you're doing, especially since they're slower than Mario. And as well, this makes the big pellets less useful to get. The game
How
is
elaborate?
super slow. When I play Pac-Man in arcade, it feels fast and suspenseful because the game requires you to be alert to get to, as everything is much faster. In this, you feel like a snail, where every time you die, you think, "Are you kidding me? I have to wait 4 minutes. I have to waste 4 minutes to beat this level again." As a text demo and showcase, it's cool, and I'm sure it took a bit of work to make. But as an actual hack, I'd
I
recommend
think
you
it was
play something else. I
unfinished.
know.
Or
What?
something. I remember it being. I think I heard somewhere that like wasn't finished, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I just think like the actual gameplay is kind of eh. for
I just
Pac-Mario.
realized it's your actual comment on the site itself.
Yeah, that's what I told you. I was reading it out
I just saw
loud.
it right now. And then somebody else is like, it's Pac-Man, it's Mario, it's fun. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the big things that that people have been waiting for, just looking at for a long time. Just hacks that are too different that they aren't Super Mario anymore.
Yeah.
I can see why
I
somebody would like.
Block Mesa hit a good balance between SM64 and not SM64.
What's it called? That gives me a very good segue into the most surprising.
Oh.
Block Mesa 64.
There's a lot of things to be surprised with, definitely.
When I played that, I was like, at first, I was like, "Oh, this is a stupid meme hack," but I'm just gonna continue for no reason, and then it actually got good.
It doesn't work on Project 64. That was a surprise as well.
Oh yeah, that is also a surprise, but I played it on console, so it doesn't matter. I probably wouldn't have played the hack if it wasn't console compatible, though.
At first, it looks like a 64 DS hack, because like it uses that model too.
Because I don't use parallel launcher at all, ever.
I don't use it either, really. I use it when I have to, but otherwise, nah.
But yeah, that was like the most surprising hack for me. It felt like really fun in a way. Like it felt like, as you said, like the perfect balance between SM64 and SM64. At least for like a compact standard. Like I don't know if I would play like a 120-star version of that hack, but like for the length it was perfect.
Do you think
Yeah, that
Lucy's
makes sense.
levitation fits that? Do you think it's like too different, or do you feel like it has that
I
right
never
balance?
actually played Lucy's Levitation, so I'm not sure.
Lucy's Levitation is definitely SM64. It's just like I don't want to call it like a. It's probably like more of a partial conversion than anything, but I mean, it's still SM64 in its controls.
Mm.
That's
From
the
what
big
I've
thing.
seen, from what I've seen of Lucy's Levitation, it seems like more of a fucking science experiment.
Yeah.
It had like SM64 controls with like Sunshine Swimming and Odyssey dives, but it's still like SM64
Mm.
definitely.
No, Lucy's Levitation just has a really weird atmosphere, and I kind of like it. For
Yeah,
that.
it kind of bites.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, what's it called? But we're not doing Lucy's Levitation isn't part of this comp.
That's
Moving
where
on.
the crossover comes from.
Moving on.
But what's it called? Yeah, Block Mesa 64. I enjoyed it. Like the whole The Half-Life isn't a game that you would expect to be in the crossover cup. Although to be fair,
I kind of expected maybe there have been more than one Half-Life hack, honestly.
maybe actually, or I don't know. But I wasn't
That
expecting there to
low-poly
be
thing.
2 different people who decided to make a Dark Souls crossover.
Yeah.
But
You know,
anyway,
I actually didn't know there was a WarioWare hack made for that, and now I really want to play it.
yeah,
It's like Mario versus WarioWare.
Slapper, apparently.
I love how you guys
I know it is,
mentioned
but-
the next one I'm going to mention, but the next one, the one that's most fun, Mario versus WarioWare.
It actually has the Wanted minigame from 64DS,
Yes,
which is
that
great.
is basically, it's like a bunch of mini games, and it's really fun. I can't really describe it, but it was like the best highlight of that stream.
Definitely.
Except maybe like Celestia or something, but
Yeah, Cornershop actually managed to collaborate, which is something that doesn't happen a lot. Good collaboration.
oh yeah.
I mean, Pablo's got like a team, hasn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah,
And a good,
Cornersoft
like-
is the team.
Yeah, and like a good
Cornersoft.
team.
This hack was like Arctic Jaguar, Mel, and
Pablo.
I don't think Pablo did that much in it, actually.
But it's Vivek in the comments said Pablo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's his team. I think he mentioned not doing too much in it. I could be totally wrong though. Oh, and Bitletic. That was another person who did, I think.
Pablo's
Maybe.
too busy working on the WWE hack.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's it called? It's a very, very fun hack. I can't like this. It's a very, very fun hack, but there's not really much to talk about with it because it's basically WarioWare.
It's
but
just
fun.
micro games. And if you like micro games, then yeah.
Remember when I said I was playing TD Reds earlier before the stream
Yeah.
started? I got the first red coin.
Let's go.
That could be a micro game. Just get the first red coin.
All I need.
Anyway, what's it called? That would be a great micro game. First red code in TV Reds. No, it
What
wouldn't
an
be.
accomplishment.
Brings us to our next category, most Kaizo compact.
Mario Souls, you would
That's
think.
Sense Fun. That isn't a category, and that would be Sense Funhouse.
Oh.
Although I didn't, I liked that hack until the very end because that actually isn't one of my superlatives. But anyway, I actually liked that hack until the very, very end, and the reason why I didn't like the end was because the freaking Womp would talk to me while I was on the slope, and I would get screwed at the end.
I don't remember that one, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard to, but it was just annoying. But anyway, that's not what we're going to talk about. So here is the next category.
With Womp.
The most likely for me to have already speedran.
Oh.
Wonder what that is.
And nobody
Well,
here
we got
knows
a
about
glimpse
it,
of it.
except if they read the full game speedruns in the public server. But what's it
It's
called?
Celestio.
Yeah, Celestia. It
He's
is
going to do it in
Celestia.
SRM as well.
I never. Celestia is such a fun game, though. I actually really liked it in a way.
At best, it's like 3 minutes average, I would say. If you're
No.
going very fast.
For speedruns, yeah, but
Yeah.
like for actual gameplay, it's like 20
Look.
minutes or so, or 30 minutes of actual gameplay if you're first player. First
And you can
person.
enable
If you're
widescreen as well.
But yeah,
And it supports Rumble. If you like that stuff.
It does support Rumble, but I don't have a Rumble pack.
I don't know how good the
Big
Rumble
fan.
was.
What's it called? No, with Celestia 64. I like the hack. It actually used the movement from Celeste, which is good because a lot of times I see with custom decomp movement and all that other stuff, it just feels like too it feels like too off, if that makes any sense. Like it doesn't feel like it isn't fluid like SM64's movement is because
Well, it makes
here's
sense.
my reason. Here's my reasoning for why most like decomp movement doesn't feel fluid. The people who made SM64 spent a long time actually like working on the movement to like try to make it feel just as
That was
perfect as
first. Like,
possible.
it's usually the movement that's usually done first in their games.
Yeah.
And then they build a world around said movement afterwards.
Yeah.
I was actually talking about this at one point, but when I was yelling about how the beta spin jump sucks. It's very balanced in terms of its moveset. It's definitely not intuitive with like how holding neutral is a very important thing.
Yeah.
But everything has about equal usability in terms of like
Yeah.
triple
Except
jump
like
versus long jump versus
except like the what's it called? What's it called? Slide, like not the slide kick, but like if you hold ZB while just like
breakdance.
yeah, breakdance.
Well, yeah, but
Anyway, what's it called? Yeah, but like they spent a long time working on like the actual movement for SM64. So the problem is like a lot of hacks like add custom movement, but like my main problem with a lot of these hacks that add custom movement is just that it isn't as polished because it's. I mean, I'm not. I can understand why it isn't as polished. All right, I can't expect everybody to be like an amazing person at decomp or anything.
fun fact: Celestio, Cheese Pins, Anime Fighter, and K's Hack were and Block Mesa were all 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Well, I never actually played the fighter because again, it's it's not
Yeah.
a game that you play on your own. But I played all the other three. I didn't play Peach's Fury on console. No, I'll talk about Peach's Fury after everything else. So
Gonna
what's
win
it called?
something, I hope.
Little K's.
So what's it called? So anyway, with Celestio, what's good about Celestio is that since it already uses like a movement set that is like that has already been like done before, like it uses like it actually gets the movement from Celeste. So because the Celeste movement is actually fluid, it actually feels perfect in a way compared to like other custom movement.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that was also made by the same guy who made Lucy's Levitation, which is cool.
It was.
Yeah. Cozy's made both.
So here's the most annoying gimmick.
Oh boy.
So, and this is Kid Icarus the Uprising. Because
I
the
didn't see
bow
that
is
hack.
basically Mario has a bow, and it's completely useless as far as I can tell, for the most part.
There's no B button, right?
Oh yeah, there's also no B button, so it also makes everything annoying in terms of movement. So it has the no B button of Half-Life 64, but not Half-Life, Block Mesa 64. I don't know why I said Half-Life 64. So
But,
Block Mesa doesn't.
At least
Yeah.
Block Mesa made sense because you used weapons later on in the game with the B button.
Yeah, and also with Block Mesa, there isn't much platforming. That's the thing with Block Mesa. It can get away with not using the B button because you don't need to use the B button. Kid
You
Icarus
gotta
the
kill
Uprising.
Soldier though.
Kid Icarus the Uprising has no B button, and the whole entire hack is basically just platforming. And the worst part is the bow is basically useless because you can use it to kill Goombas, and that's about it.
Oh no.
Goomba.
Yeah. Oh, I have to let my cat out.
The cat was complaining about
heard.
the hack too.
The
Want to share its thoughts?
Keyblade
Just wait a
attack,
second.
which was the Kid Icarus one, I'm pretty sure was a
Yeah,
sort of I think it used like some of the same code. Maybe I don't remember, but it was like or similar / idea to Doom Neo, which wasn't platforming and it was just killing Goombas on a flat plane. So
I'm
it
back.
being
What
good
was-
for
what were you guys
it being
saying?
good for killing Goombas makes sense since that was what it was originally intended to do exclusively.
Yeah, I just don't like that it gets rid of something important like a freaking dive, or kicks or anything with the B button.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you're gonna hear me get upset here because
Are these
this
ones
hack
that you
upsets
agreed on, or is this just you saying this to start the conversation? Or did you
Oh,
three agree on these ratings?
Oh no! This is
It's
all
very
like a
one-sided.
surprise for me. Neither of these
okay.
two even played the games, any of the hacks anyway. So
Makes sense.
I've been playing the
Oh.
actual Crash Bandicoot, not Mario meets Crash Bandicoot, the other one.
yeah. So here's the next category: worst decomp hack.
Ooh.
Oh my. Elf 64.
This one.
L64 is not decomp.
What's not
Too bad.
What's not decomp?
Elf 64. Too
Oh
bad.
yeah, no, it isn't decomp.
It could have been a PC port.
No, this one did say that it was only made in 3 days, but I still don't think that excuses everything that's wrong with it. Cave Story 64.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I really didn't like the hack at all.
There's a lot of people that like that game.
Or I like the game. The game is really fun. The problem is
I like the crossover.
the hack is basically there's like one big custom gimmick with the hover boots or whatever. It's fun, but like I don't understand how that relates to Cave Story. I've played Cave Story. There is no like the closest it is to the jetpack in Cave Story, but it's nothing like the jetpack in Cave Story in a way.
What do you mean Cave Story isn't a spin-off of Ocarina of Time?
What's it called? But anyway,
Makes sense.
yeah, what's it called? So anyway, there's like 3 or 4 different areas, and I don't think any of them use the correct music for the actual areas in the original game. Like, freaking, the village area has the forest music, but the opening area has the village music and not the opening area music. And
I'm guessing they probably didn't find the midis.
they probably just used Cave Story music and just figured whatever works.
That would be hard to find.
The ports are garbage, by the way, just so you know. The music is actually garbage. I am saying that with a straight face. The ports are terrible.
Damn, the ended going off.
Yeah, you need some time. Ports are pretty much one of those things where they just kind of take time.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, you're just not going to hit a good port.
I've made a good port in 40 minutes with, 24-hour hack. But I also...
It sometimes kind of takes, like a little bit of luck if you pick a good song and like get good instruments right off the bat, but otherwise, yeah.
What's it called? With Cave Story 64, there's a few other problems. So number 1, also, as I said, because of the mechanics, the freaking crystal area, I don't think that's in Cave Story at all. I think they just put it in there. The music, as I said, doesn't match. It isn't good. I think the race music has the final boss music for some reason. Which is a thing. I think the only correct music is the actual boss music. With the what's it called? With the King Bomb fight or whatever.
I chime in, but I've only played 3D.
What?
I chime in to talk about Cave Story, but I've only played 3D.
Yeah. But the problem with the King Bomb boss is, first of all, I think it's not even a boss in the actual game, the thing that it's trying to emulate, because I think I get that it's only made in 3 days, but also it's like the first 3 levels. It's like the first area of the game is all that's like made.
This wasn't made by a true fan.
But the last level, like the boss at the end, if you die on it, the game crashes.
Just like just like Cave Story.
On stream.
Yeah. And at that point, I was just like, I'm not playing this crap anymore. Like, yeah.
Shall we skip to best hack of the list now?
I don't actually have a best hack because I couldn't decide.
Agony of the ROM Hacker, SM64 ROM Hack crossover.
That's true.
Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is a tag.
Yeah. So my next one, what's it called?
Sonic the Hedgehog 4 wins best hack of the competition.
By Sega.
My next, what's it called? My next superlative is the most in your SM64 quotes.
The most what?
Very true.
In your SM64 quotes.
Oh.
This is obviously the most prestigious category.
Right.
Yeah, this is Agony of the ROM Hacker, SM64 ROM Hack crossover.
Oh, there you go.
I think, aren't you a quote in that game too, KT?
Am I?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I didn't see myself in the Simpleflips video.
I only saw Andrew. That's the only person I really remembered.
Okay, hold on. Can you download the hack anywhere? I have to check out.
ROMhacking.com.
Wait, I have the
Perhaps.
level model open. Give me a second. It takes a while.
Of course.
Yeah, by the way, don't mind me. I'm just gonna be
somewhere.
watching Mushy in a bit while we're doing the HackCast.
Wait, why?
He's playing EE. I paid 20k channel points to make him play EE.
And he had to do it during HackCast.
Yeah, sadly he cannot, stay up that long.
At least we got a raider now.
I mean, when we're done with the HackCast, I say we raid Mushy, yeah. Only when we're done, though. Like,
Oh,
let's
there
not
is
cut-
no. It wasn't.
not
Never mind.
cut,
There's no KT quote.
Oh.
God
Yeah.
damn. So rip off.
Debated.
It was Daniel. EDC. EDC said Night of Doom was good, not you.
Oh, come on. I could have said that.
You.
He
could have
did
said
say
that.
it. He probably did. He says that on a daily
I probably did
basis.
say it.
Okay, anyway, what's it called? Here's the next superlative. Has an exploit that allows it to beat the game like a TAIC demo by going to the vanilla castle.
Oh, of course.
Let's go. That's a reference.
Dean's Adventure. The heck also had a bunch of stupid text boxes that were stupid and had dumb jokes. But
Yeah.
what's it called?
Was that the 10-hour text box?
I don't even remember. It was just a bunch of like Ligma jokes and all that because Simpleflips.
High class.
Anyway,
Not
what's
in
it
touch
called?
with the
But
people.
what's really funny is that you can drown in the. There's no fall damage, but you can drown in the overworld. Oh, yeah, that's funny. There's no fall damage cheat, but there's no what's it called? Parallel cam or tweak. I mean, not cheat. There's no fall damage tweak.
Was
There's
that
no...
Parallel
that might have
cam
been hack
cheat?
that used like 10 million ROM manager tweaks but didn't know what they were? Was that the one?
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, what's it
Because
called?
only I would know.
Anyway, what's it called? You go down into so what's it called? You can die in the overworld by drowning, and if you do, the creator just assumed that you couldn't die and just didn't change it. So if you die in the overworld, you just go to the bottom battlefield painting, and from there you can just beat the game, like the TIAC demo.
I love hacks that do that.
TIC demo ends in Bomb
It
Battlefield?
artificially like adds more stars, even though it's just vanilla
Oh,
stars.
demo. Yeah, okay. That
No,
makes
in the TIC demo, if you go in the Vanish Cap or Metal Cap level, you get sent back to the vanilla overworld.
Yeah, doesn't Metal Cap take you to literally the vanilla
It
stage?
It takes you to Hazy Base Cave, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that artificially adds more stars, but not really.
It's amazing seeing King Toad speedrun the TIC demo because there's like 10 stars that are actually like what's it called? Actually like Kaiser
Stars that are
stars.
actually TIC, and then the rest is vanilla.
The rest is just meme. Anyway,
sense.
Yeah.
so the last superlative of them all is the most important, the most unfitting the comp's theme.
Squidward musicals?
Life
I
of the
hope
wrong
so.
actor.
So the one that doesn't fit the comp's theme at all.
I'm judging by the Mario and the Frogs. Yeah.
No, that's actually a crossover.
It could have been mine, honestly.
Mm.
No. SM64 Light or Dark Worlds.
I don't know
Is that based on the other hack, Light or Dark?
I doubt it.
I imagine if it was.
Imagine if it was based off of that.
No, it's. I don't know what it's based off. I don't think it's based off anything. I don't think it's a crossover at all.
Is a
It's
crossover between like Star Revenge and Shining Stars count? Would that be a crossover?
It's not a crossover between hacks. It's just. I don't know what it is. It's just.
Light and Dark, I guess.
Yeah. It's not really a crossover hack at all. See, that's the end of my thing.
Oh.
But I was going to talk about Peach's Fury, but I just couldn't think of a superlative that it like fills out. But I did want to say one thing about Peach's Fury.
Yes.
It has an auto checkpoint system. I'm just gonna put a post in the.
Oh yeah, you were yelling about that little baby.
No. Don't spoil them. The other two probably haven't seen it. What's it called?
Yeah, have some decency.
I'm gonna post it in the HackCast general. So this is what happens whenever you have an audit checkpoint system in the hack.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I've seen this before.
Oh, you just didn't remember it was me.
Yeah.
Didn't you literally delete your save file?
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot. So yeah, what's it called? So I got stuck in that soft lock, which is amazing. Oh yeah, it's also what happens whenever you have an auto checkpoint system and you only have one. You have one hit KO. I forgot to mention that as well. But what's it called? So I did that, and I tried to get out by exiting course because I was like, I was wondering if exit course still existed. So I couldn't actually see the pause menu whenever I paused the game because what's it called?
Screen went dark.
Yeah, the screen went dark. So I just assumed that the exit course button still existed. But instead, it was the delete your save file button.
I was gonna say this could work in future Kaizos, I guess, but if that happens, then no. Where you're stuck in lava or quicksand, you just keep spawning under quicksand every time.
And then I posted it in the frickin' SM6 Romex community server because I thought it was funny, and people kept on yelling at me like, "You shouldn't have deleted your save file, you idiot!"
Idiot. Yeah, you
It's
shouldn't have
a little bit
seen.
cringe. Like a little bit.
Oh, the red birds give red coins, just like sunshine.
Yeah.
That's
the only good
awesome.
suggestion was ground pound and dive out, but I don't think there's even enough time to ground pound and dive there anyway.
It's kind of cool,
So,
actually.
yeah, that's all I think I can say about the compacts. How long have we been going on for this? 59 minutes, but that's including the startup.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, it's kind of an archaic, system where it just like kicks you out, especially in games where it's all about challenge because you want to get straight back into it. You don't want any
Yeah.
downtime trying to get back to the level again. So in a way,
I-
When you get stuck and can't find the opening up to a
Yeah,
box for
well,
that.
yeah. So the
system.
system could work.
It's
in
a
a way.
cool system. It's just it has a potential for soft locks like that.
Exhibit A, yeah.
Anyway, what's it called?
It's like Celeste, because like Celeste, if you die, you immediately, like not even a second later, continue where
Yeah.
you left off. So if something like that for like Kaizo hacks would probably be beneficial.
What's it called? SM64. What's the name of the thing?
Shall we talk about Ice Age
That's
now?
all I can really say about compacts for this comp. I can talk about Simpleflips Nightmare, but I don't want to.
Mm-mm.
You could.
But
Let's talk about
anyway,
you, Pyro. How did you enter this community?
We already
Oh,
asked. We already,
Hmm.
oh no, you never asked that specific question yet.
Alright, well, a thing happened which led me to wanting to join a server, and I was in the Simpleflips server in like 2017 or something, so I decided to like, fuck it, I'll rejoin, and then I did, and then like I've been playing like tons of ROM hacks like for forever, so I was just naturally hanging around the ROM hack channels, and I just like knew stuff. I was just like, yeah, sure, I can try it. I'll do some nonsense with the story that I think up. And then I did it, and I used like ASM code smartly, and then that was that. And then for the next for Star Wars Tool was after that, which like Podink or something was like working on like optimizing models for like a console version. I was like, hey, that's cool. I've had ideas for a better version of Star World. And then the rest is history.
Yeah. See, I've been in the Simpleflips server for like since like 2017 as well, but I've never said anything in there, like ever.
Did you have prior experience with game development before, like making your own things, like small projects?
I've made like some hammer at maps and source, some scatterbrain stuff, but
Old
I
Unity
did have some
files.
SketchUp experience. I had like a wee bit of SketchUp experience.
Awesome. So
But other than
Keaton,
that, I didn't look at any tutorials.
You still use it to this
Okay.
day, SketchUp?
Yeah, I still
Yeah.
I
I
hate
use
Blender.
Blender. We're
Let's
not
not-
getting
let's-
any-
let's
I
not
don't-
get
I don't care
into-
if people use other things. I just prefer Blender.
Hate it.
Yeah, let's not get into that. Sup,
I don't
puppy?
care if people use other things. People should use whatever they want to use, and I want to use Blender.
Fast 64, man.
That 64 does only work on Blender.
I'll rip.
Anyway, what's it called? Keaton, were you going to talk about Servus 64?
We're on to the Kaizo portion of our talk.
You can get higher Jay, you can get that. No, I'm joking. So, Keaton, how was Servus 64? I played the first level.
That's good enough.
Servus 64 starts off as a pretty casual hack, and then increasingly gets harder until it becomes Kaizo at the very end.
But like not in a surprising way. Like I guess Mario Treasure Dome was, I suppose.
Oh yeah, Mario. You have to remind me about the hack Loka.
PTSD.
We're not going to talk about that. No, come on.
I know.
We don't have time for this. We don't have
We're
time.
never gonna. I don't want to talk about Mario's Treasure
Well,
Dome.
it's more so that the Kaizo wasn't a surprise at the end. More so.
Yeah.
Speaking of Treasure Dome, I finished that. I played that yesterday.
Yeah, didn't that get an update? Like where they had more stars?
It did.
Oh,
And
And
boy.
we're
it's-
I
the
have to,
stars are really badly placed.
Oh,
You can
Dieva,
tell
you
he
gotta
was
play it now.
really lazy.
anyway. What were
So
you
it starts
saying, Keaton?
casual and then
Oh yeah, Cart Castle. It's like how exactly is the hack in terms of like besides it's just being like a Kaizo hack at the end and a Castle hack at the start, like what exactly is the hack like about in a way? Is it just like the levels and all that?
So, do you mean the story or just like the variety of levels?
Yeah.
mm-hmm. And like the type of design, like it's more in line with like 2011 hacks, I suppose.
It's more in line with stuff like 74 EE,
Yeah.
definitely. Like 74
Yeah.
and EE, pretty much. It takes some cues from Night of Doom also, but not a lot, and they're mostly like the better ones from that game.
What worked?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Nod that didn't work.
I would say it's like theming works.
How is the hack like themed in terms of like level, not like the level design, but more like the actual like visuals and like is there like any like specific theme or is it just like vanilla ass
Is it like-
levels?
Is there any coherent structure?
There's a lot of vanilla textures, and you know, again, it's like EE. There's a lot of textures that are reminiscent from that game.
I guess they're like
I mean,
reuses that typical like Brodu, like early Star Revenge hacks too, like Star Revenge 1 and all that.
yeah, like does it like feel like SR1 in terms of like level, like the actual like visuals of the level, like the themes, like the like actual like are there any like level themes that are actually creative, or is it just like standard like old hack stuff?
It's pretty standard, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be pretty good, right?
It's actually pretty good. Like it's structured the same way as like the old hacks, like more or less.
What do you mean by what hack structure?
Like, you know, the maybe not the level. The level design is pretty similar, I would say, but still.
Does it have any like new tech or anything like that? Does it like experiment at all?
I mean, since the guy was into SMW before, I guess he thought what he made was experimental, but
It wasn't.
like, you know,
probably.
stuff like taking a crazy box, then landing in multiple pools of water to like keep that crazy box.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that is actually a really cool idea, except it has already been done before.
Yeah.
But you know,
But they can always be
gotta give
they can always
a
be
bit of an
fleshed
echo
out.
chamber.
You know?
like made in an echo chamber, but like an echo chamber that like resulted in something good.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Plus, you know, you
Yeah.
don't always have to have like new original tech. It's like you could just expand on it, flesh it out.
I just find it really funny that the original hack released on SMW Central because it's like the first hack that I've seen that's been released on SM.
Oh no, there was that one hack that wanted to be like a DLC to SM64, but it was like awful. Like the levels were made in like I could make the levels in 5 minutes, and like the second star of the game was bomb clip. It was awful.
And was that on SMW Central?
That was like it was on SMW Central, and like I think like Mushy or something was like, "Hey, can someone play this to see if it's good or not?" And it was just, like less than a star, and I could tell that like nope.
Yeah. But what's it called with SMW Central? Like I don't remember the last time I've actually been to SMW Central for a ROM hack thing. Because SMW Central used to be where like a lot of ROM hacking stuff was back in like 2013.
It wasn't a dedicated hub for it, really.
But the problem with SMW Central back before BPS patches existed is that they still required patches, and then you had to use PPF patches, and PPF patches are terrible, and I hate
Yeah.
them.
Oh, remember PPF-O-Matic?
Oh yeah, PPF. So let me just get through here for a second. I'm just going
Amazon
to
here.
explain briefly what you have to do in order to patch a PPF hack. Step one. Step one, extend your ROM using a program to extend the ROM.
Good
Step
times.
2, obtain your patch. Step 3, use PPF-O-Matic. Step 4,
Try to use it.
open the ROM. Step 5, see that it doesn't work.
Way too
Step 6,
complicated.
try to find a different patch that does work. Step 7, give up.
Everybody's familiar with step 7.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I remember playing a corrupted version of SR3 once because it was using a weird like. There's probably also another step I just forgot because I don't want to remember these things.
Always validate your checksum.
No.
I'm so glad BPS patches exist now. They're so much better. It's impossible to screw up a BPS patch, at least thankfully.
Apparently the last hack that was released on it was Luigi 64, January in Central.
Yeah.
I might release SRMC on here, you never know.
K10, I think I can hear Mushi through your mic.
Yeah. Like a
Yeah, probably.
very tiny bit.
Hey, you can hear Credello.
Put it louder.
No, I can't hear
Okay.
Fidel. I can just hear Mushi.
Hi, Mushy.
What's up?
I guess it's a little short, but do we have anything else to talk about, really?
I think we're good. I do want to say that thank you very much, Pyro, for the help in SRMC, especially with the assets of Retooled. It's been
that's definitely a bundle getting that shit to work.
it's been very helpful as well as make custom objects from it as well. Except the bees. Don't expect bees.
I didn't expect bees. Bees
Yeah.
is I'm pretty sure bees was one of the things that crashed console before Case fixed it.
Even if you had proper bees, you probably still wouldn't even give it to me because I don't think we need it.
I wouldn't use the bees. I don't even have fly guys in my hack, man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's raid whoever.
So let's check out some Crudello sphere, shall we?
Is there any what's it called? Is there any like something?
Something.
Is there anybody that disputes my raid of Mushi?
No.
Wait, no, Phantom's live.
No, they want to see some Crudello. Come on.
What's it called? The Phantom's live with New Star. We're raiding Mushi.
As much as I like New Star, I like EE more.
Contrary to popular belief, but yeah.
Is the New Star update like how much does it redeem New Star?
It redeems quite a lot, I've heard.
I
Because
guess-
one viewer ready to raid Mushi.
I guess before you, okay, thanks for watching. Watch the highlight if you have missed it, and yeah.
Yeah, I think most people probably are just watching the highlights now, just because
Yeah.
it makes more sense to watch the highlights.
Most podcasts are like that too sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it over?
No, not yet.
So 3, 2, 1, goodbye.